Hello everyone, the Cyber Police here, and I'm back in time just for the new year with a whole new Let's Play for you guys. Today we're going to be playing one of my favorite games when I was younger, and if I'm not mistaken, probably the first JRPG I ever played. That game is Dot Hack Infection. Dot Hack Infection is the first of 4 games in this series. First one is Infection, then Mutation, then Quarantine, and then the last one I think is Outbreak. Since this series is divided into 4 parts, and since each game is relatively short, I think it would be an easier game to do a Let's Play on rather than my Dark Cloud 2 Let's Play, which was like a 20-hour game, which is kind of ridiculous. I don't know exactly how long this game is, but it's a lot shorter. So yeah, Dot Hack, you may know it from one of the many anime and manga adaptations the series has. I'm not kidding, it's like a million spin-offs and it's separate series. Kind of like Final Fantasy, but not nearly as popular, and if you are new to this series, it may be kind of hard to know where to start, but not to worry because I think this game is perfect if you want to start. Technically, the anime series Dot Hack Sign is the first in the whole Dot Hack timeline, but personally, I don't think it does as good of a job introducing you to the series as well as this game does. For those who don't even know what the Dot Hack series is even about, here's a very rough explanation. It's an RPG about an RPG. Yeah, on paper it doesn't sound like a very interesting idea, but trust me, this idea is executed very well. Each of the series has a different protagonist, and it basically follows their story and their interactions with this game that they are playing. If I just lost you with that explanation, that's alright. You will find out soon enough what I mean. Alright, the opening FMV is done. Let's start this game already. Alright, let's start a new game.
Okay, user registration is done. Now for a name. Yasuhiko's probably already there waiting for me. I'd better hurry.
Alright, like in RPG fashion, we get to pick our name for the character. However, this is a different case since we pick both a username and a character name. I don't really see the point in having 2 names. I guess it's to make it feel like we're signing up to play an MMO or something. I'm just gonna leave the main character's name as is. Yeah, in games like this, if the character already has an established name, I usually just leave it as is. Even in Ocarina of Time, I don't even change Link's name. I don't know why. This is our state-of-the-art futuristic computer place. Yes, we will be coming here a lot. Alright, just reading through the email right now. No, I kid, I'm just skimming through it. All this email's really saying is thank you for signing up to play our super awesome game and blah blah blah. There's also a few pointers before you go into the game, but it's kind of pointless since we're about to get a long-winded tutorial from our friend in a minute. You'll regret it if you use a smart-ass name. What the hell does he mean by that? Also, what is considered a smart-ass name anyway? I don't know. Let's just keep going. This is just the news. Basically, it just provides you a little bit more detail about the world and little fun facts. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention something really cool about the world, that it's not like WoW where you're just sitting in front of a computer screen playing a game. No, you actually have a VR helmet and you get transported into a virtual reality fantasy world and you actually are in the avatar's body. Imagine doing something like that in WoW or Minecraft. I think that'd be a little cool. And kind of scary, too. We aren't going to go just yet. I'm going to go through the board real quick. Don't worry, I'm going to do all of it off screen so I won't bore you. You will be needing to go back to the board to find some quests later on, but right now, all it really serves is just a place to get more info and a lot of it won't make very much sense right now since we are just starting. Alright, let's start. All this cutscene really is just a tutorial. Not very interesting, and I might be talking over it a lot at times. Don't worry, if it's a cutscene that's relevant to the plot, I'll just shut up and let you watch it.
Hey, you made it. Hey, it's me, Orca the Blademaster.
Yeah, I mean,
Whoa!
how many Blademasters do you
look
know
so
around here?
different from the
Gosh,
real
Kite,
Yasuhiko.
get with the program.
Nothing like the real you.
Hey, in this game I'm Orca. Regardless of what I am in reality, I'm pretty well known here.
Nerd.
What?
No, you look great.
Anyway, take this. Member address is the flash mail address you can only access in the world.
If you are wondering, do they really
You can
emphasize
exchange
the
messages
world
with others
every
in real
time like that?
as
Yeah,
long as
they
you're
do.
in the world.
And no, it's not just
That's
Orca
mostly
either.
used by
I mean,
newbies to
everyone
contact
does
other
it.
players to
Can't
form
they
a
just say
party.
the world?
Try it
Just
out.
because it's in parentheses doesn't mean you have to
First,
emphasize
press the
it every
triangle
time.
button to open
Also,
the
great
menu.
name to name your
In the
game,
menu,
right?
select
The world?
Party.
How generic can
Next,
you get?
names
Was
of
the
players
game
who gave you
already
their member
copyrighted?
addresses will be listed
Alright, I'll
here.
stop there. I am not funny and I'm not a
Choose
stand-up
player
comedian.
you want to
I
invite to your
apologize if I
party
annoyed you
and
folks
send
right
a
there.
flash mail. Since you just started, you probably only have my member address. Now, press the X button twice to send a flash mail to me. Ah, got it. Join my party. It's kind of weird mailing each other when we're face to face. See? My name appears under your screen. That means I'm in your party. By the way, flash mail is only available when you're in a town. Oh, and you can't contact people when they're not logged into the world. People do have a life, you know. We're not online 24/7.
Oh man, then
In
you don't
other
know
words,
half
you
the
can't
gamers
always
today.
count on the same
That's
members
actually
to form
kind
a
of
party.
funny because when you
So, try
finally
to get
get
as many
more
member
people's
addresses
member
as you can.
addresses, the majority
You'll
of
have
them
more fun
are
that
always
way.
ready to join your party
Good.
anyway,
How
so
you
you
play is up
kind
to
of
you.
wonder whether or not
Since
these people
EXP
actually
and
have
stuff isn't
lives or
divided
not.
among party members, you really don't benefit if you go solo.
That's another thing. Never
Okay.
go solo
Well,
if
why
you're
don't we
given
head
the
off?
option.
There's
You will
nothing to
get
worry
killed,
about.
and just like
I
what
found a
Orca just
perfect
said,
place for
experience
newbies.
points aren't divided, and everyone gets the same amount
This
of
is the
experience.
Chaos Gate. Sort
Also,
of
what is
transfer
really neat
device that
is that
takes us
when
from
you
one
die,
place
you
to
will not
another.
get a game over.
Now,
The game
press the
isn't
X
over
button.
until all your
In the
teammates
world,
die.
each
So, in
play
other
zone is
words,
called
you can
an
just run
area,
around as a ghost pestering
determined
your
by a
teammates until they
combination of
revive
3
you.
keywords. Select New Keyword. This is the keyword screen. You put the 3 selected keywords one by one for each part, A, B, and C.
Actually, you
Left
don't
of the
even have to go
entry
through that
is
trouble.
all the
When you get
keywords you
keywords
have.
from other people, they'll already be in your
You can
list.
collect more
Or
of
if you
them by
just
reading
want
your
to go
emails,
to a
the
random
board,
area
and from other
just to level
players.
up or get items and stuff,
Now, let's enter
you
some
just hit the
keywords
random
by
option until
starting
you
with
get the
part
area
A.
you want.
Select
Just saying.
Bursting.
If you don't
Good.
want to waste
Next
your
to
time
part
with any of this
For the
stuff,
last
that
one,
is.
now you're done specifying the area. Oh, one more thing. You see the symbol on the left next to the keyword? That's the server symbol. It indicates which server you are currently logged on to. This symbol is Delta, so we're logged on to the Delta server. The list on the bottom right is the area status list. See the jewel next to the field type and dungeon? That indicates how the selected keyword affects the status. For example, check the field type. See the jewel on the right? This means that the field type is being determined by Aquafield, the keyword in C. We don't know what kind of field the current keyword will create until we get there. But once we learn the effect of that keyword, we can combine it with other keywords effectively. For more details, check out the board on your own time. All right, let's get going to the Delta Bursting Passed Over Aquafield. Select Warp. Before we get going, let me explain to you about the camera.
Alright, I'm about to skip this part because all he talks about is how to control the camera. It's pretty boring and generic game controls.
The idea is to adjust your... Now, let's get going on our quest. First, check the map at top right. You see the red down arrow on it? That's the... In the dungeon's deepest level, there's a god statue that usually holds a rare item. Basically, the goal is to reach this statue. But enemies are often tougher down there, so gain some levels above ground before you head below. Okay, wait a sec.
Okay, did you get that, everyone? Find the dungeon, and then once you're there, keep going down until you reach the treasure room. Oh yeah, and kill the fuck out of all the enemies you come across and gain as much experience as possible.
Where you encounter monsters and treasures. Alright, how about we go pick a fight? Head for one of the magic portals. For a basic attack.
Yay, Goblin. Aw, he's kinda cute. That's all I want as a pet now. Oh well, he is evil and must be destroyed.
So check its name and hit points. Try using a basic attack to defeat some monsters. You started to get the hang of it.
You see, this is why you have teammates, because it will take that long just to kill the most basic of enemies by yourself. Oh, and don't worry, they won't be stationary like this enemy right here. Besides, it's fun to boss people around in your party.
When the target cursor appears, select the target and press the X button to execute. That's it. Pretty easy, huh?
Alright, you saw that skill there, Rep? Well, make sure at least you and one other teammate knows that skill. That is your healing skill. Well, I guess technically you can use healing potions, but those cost money, and reps only take just a little bit of MP, which recovers over time. So it would probably be in your best interest to know it.
It's your turn to tell me what
Hell yeah, I'm getting sick of you. I want to be the boss now.
I'll teach you the command.
So if you don't want to waste your own MP, you can just get your teammates to heal you. You can also get them to do other commands like use magic only skills, conserve MP, attack normally, and etc.
Well, it's good to be the boss, isn't it? If you use it well, you can bunch up on the enemy or give separate orders to each party member. When you add new members to the party, try various chat commands to see their effects. That's it for now. Just remember what you learned and start exploring. When you think you're ready, we'll head for the dungeon.
Yay, we finally get to do some exploring! However, it's almost pointless trying to attack things here because Orca is super powerful and everything he touches becomes dead. So don't get used to it. I don't want to spoil anything, but let's just say he's not going to be with us for very much longer. You'll see what I mean in a minute. I also apologize for the jerkiness of the character movements right now. That is not the game, that's just my wireless controller. It does that for a few minutes when I first turn on the game, and then after a while it goes back to normal. I don't know why it does that, it's just a minor annoyance. So sorry if that's bugging someone out there. Don't know why it would, but it just does.
Now we can start exploring the dungeon. One thing you need to remember is that you can't gate out when you're in a dungeon. To gate out and return to the town, you have to go back to the field. The sprite Ocarina will warp you to the surface, but you can't use it during battle. This is the treasure box, but you knew that, right? You should know that there are two types of treasure boxes, normal and booby-trapped. This one's normal. Hit the X button to open it. This one's booby-trapped. Notice a different color? Try to open it as
Well,
is.
what if you're colorblind? Damn, way to be insensitive to color blindness, Orca.
This item will disarm the trap. See? Now it's safe to open. Press the X button to open it. What the? Did you just see that?
Yeah. Was that thing chasing her?
Yeah, but something like that on this level?
Was that thing chasing her? Nah. Another thing you probably notice is people like to point out the obvious a lot in this game. Okay, I'm nearing the 16-minute mark and I don't want to risk getting over the time limit, so I'm just gonna be an ass and just end it here on a cliffhanger. Miss Cyber Police, and I'll see you again very soon.